Oh, hey there. It's CJ and Drew, your lovable boys from Wicked Jeep's Southeast chapter. Today, we are going to be taking my rusted out XJ and trying to replace a water pump to find a squeak that I've been looking for the last 6 months nonstop.
It's pointless, guys.
It's not pointless. I want it fixed. It's going to end badly if I don't fix it. It's killing me inside physically. All right, let's try to attempt to do something professional here because I'm not going to get it. To start, I'm going to take out this annoying fan that I've had to remove at least 18 times to blast with the idler pulley that has no effect on the squeak. It's an 8mm, and I'm just going to attempt to get in there and pull these rusted out bolts. Do I have this righty-tighty, lefty? Yeah, I'm doing it right. All right. Don't, you can cut that at any point. All right.
That's staying in there.
You can cut it. You're lucky you're cute.
There's also one on this side that you got to get out. We will fast forward to that when he is done.
All right, I'm going to disconnect this just so I don't get coolant all over myself again. And I lost a bolt in the engine, so we'll find that later. Here's the fun part. Oh, it's held on by 2 brackets at the bottom. The one on the left is broken off, so I'm just going to kind of yank and pull this thing. Make sure you disconnect the cord here. It's going to be in there too. All right. Why do we have to show me struggling? Oh man, come on.
Because this is the fun stuff.
Yeah, this is. Why don't you attempt to work on my own vehicle? It's not entertaining to do. There we go. Now, there's a handy feature with these fans. If it's busted right there, it's easier to just yank the thing out. And this, of course, has a lot of beauty marks because I've taken it out so many times. So we're going to go ahead and loosen the idler pulley before we hit the tensioner to get the belt off. So your tensioner pulley is going to be a 15mm, and then the tensioner bolt is going to be a 17mm. You don't have to get it super loose. You just got to kind of get it unconnected, and then we'll go ahead and do the tensioner. Drop that down so we can pop the belt off. So I can find a squeak that doesn't exist. Good.
All right, so next we're going to take off the upper, whatever radiator hose this is down here. Loosen this up. You may have a different style clamp than this one. Loosen it up. Some of the coolant's coming out. We got a bucket underneath it to catch majority, hopefully, of the coolant. And it looks like it's loose, so let's pull that out. All over the ground. Alright, so now that that is emptying, we can next start on unbolting the pulley, because I don't think we can leave that on with trying to get this off. So we will take that off.
For you folks watching at home, if you haven't noticed, Drew has taken over because this is not my strong suit. But he did see if I needed to put tire shine on. I got a place here.
All right, pause that because I don't know.
Go ahead. Our star mechanic has now dropped a wrench in a giant bucket of coolant.
Let's go fishing.
I think I found it. Oh God, yeah.
Got it. All right, so next we're going to loosen up the power steering pump because unfortunately it is attached to the water pump a little bit. So undo these couple bolts down here. I am using a 14mm for the ones that are attached to the water pump right up here. These 2 bolts are 14mm.
That's going to be the shiniest thing on this thing.
And then next, gonna loosen up the top of the bracket for the power steering pump and the tensioner are attached to, and that is a 13 mil. Sneak through the holes for the power steering pulley. Ooh.
Slips right through.
That should move now, hopefully. Hopefully it's not too much in the way. And now you can start undoing the rest of the bolts for the power steering, or for the water pump, which is these two and these two over here, and then some threaded line up here. So hopefully that's not going to be too much of a pain. All right, stop the video because I got. All right. So we skipped ahead a little bit because we had some issues. So we got the water pump pulley off. We had to hit it with the hammer a few times. Needed a little persuasion. Took off the thermostat and the heater hose to get more access to this hose. If you have any issues trying to get any of the hoses off, you can I took a small flathead and stuck it around underneath the hose like so to break it free a little bit, all the way around as much as I could. And then I took a pair of channel locks, loosely gripped the hose and then twisted, and then it broke it free. So I should be able to pull this guy off. Like so. And next, we are going to take off the water pump. There is one bolt here, one bolt here, one over here, and then the other one is on the bottom side somewhere. We'll find that one later. Oh. The socket that you need to use is a 1/2 inch. Pretty sure this Jeep is not a metric vehicle. It is all standard, so correct us if we are wrong, because I'm sure we are.
You know those good Chrysler parts.
Sorry. Ooh, that one came loose easy. Oh, some of these may not have been tight enough. Who knows? I didn't expect to be working on vehicles today, so I didn't have all my fancy Milwaukee tools. So, pardon me, I'm sorry.
Because God knows everything he owns is Milwaukee.
Not sponsored, but should be sponsored by Milwaukee. Just saying.
We're still doing this. I just lost my Pepsi, so we're gonna attempt to find my which is half empty. Jesus.
I'd have 8
I guess
beers.
it.
Would
Well,
you have 8 beers?
I'd have 8 beers. In it to win it. Oh,
That's close.
yeah.
And then the last bolt is, oh, I got right on it. Right down, I guess right in the center of the water pump. Oh, it sounds like his Pepsi's empty.
I'm trying to be a respectful co-host and wait till you're done before I go refill the Pepsi.
Woo! Almost dropped another ball. Alright, so maybe now the water pump should come off, maybe, sort of. Hopefully. Meh. Because there was only 6 bolts and 4 of them were holding the water pump, so let's see. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Well, only 4 bolts, right?
There's 4 bolts over there somewhere. Lovely setup table, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Don't tell the wife.
Yeah, she did not want to be involved in this.
Oh.
Hey-o! Oi! Only half that's on my driveway. That's pretty good odds, man.
A little persuasion with the hammer always helps.
A little bit of Asian persuasion. I'm just kidding. I shouldn't have said that, but I did.
And fish it out of there,
Wow.
and bam.
Look at that,
That is
bad boy.
gross.
That is an XJ, boy. All
Alright.
right. I'm gonna
Give
go
us a
get a
couple
new.
minutes, and we will
Yeah, I need new
resume this.
Pepsi,
And
so we're gonna
yep.
we're gonna yeah.
We'll go ahead and pop. Alright, so we fast forwarded it a little bit. We had to run to Home Depot to get some tools to make this a little bit easier and faster. Cleaned off as much of where the water pump goes because you need to make sure it's a good seal. So I cleaned off where the water pump goes as best as I could. I think I got it pretty damn good. I cleaned off the thermostat hose and for the heater hose a little bit because they were pretty nasty. Yeah, so we'll see you once the the water pump is back on.
Hey, welcome back. There's been a slight time lapse. We had that. We got everything hooked up. Everything looks good. For those wondering, it did not fix the squeak. In fact, it's still squeaking just as loud. If you want to go ahead and take a look at the wonderful work that Drew has done today, I'll let him take over at this point.
Got the new water pump installed, hooked up all the hoses, made sure that there was no leaks, filled it up with coolant. Then we left the radiator cap off, which is right here. Make sure not to take that off when the vehicle is hot because you'll get burnt with coolant. Just let it run for a while, let the air bubbles work themselves out, and kept an eye on it and refilled it and just let all the air work itself out, and took it for a test drive to make sure that there's no other issues. And we should be good to go.
So we want to thank you for being a part of this journey with Drew and I as we do the water pump. We appreciate everybody's assistance, and we appreciate all the time you've spent with us. From Droopy and I, we thank you. And a good day tomorrow.
Go ahead.
Hi, this is CJ and Drew, your lovable boys. We're gonna do something called. Oh no, I want to do it again. Fuck. I gotta come up with
Go.
Oh, hey there. It's me, CJ, and your lovable boy, Drew. We're gonna fuck.
See ya. You're good.
Oh, hey there. It's CJ and Drew, your lovable boys from the Wicked Jeep Southeast chapter. We're gonna be changing a water pump on my rusted out,